Okay. This is this is not going to be one of my usual videos, so but this is very important. So just bear with me here, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you come from. I don't know a lot about you. But I know for one fact that stuff like this has to end. It's it's horrible. It's something we fought so hard to to get rid of, to have at least a few peaceful years of just just a chance to get away from all this anger, all this aggression, all this violence, all this betrayal. To do something like this after everything these people have went through to fight to be equal with their fellow species, with fellow humans, just to be able to live like they're actually humans and not some sort of pet or some sort of wild animal that needs to be tamed, that needs to be caged, that needs to be trained and told what to do. What happened that day, that horrible day, was I've heard different stories. I've heard he was resisting arrest. I've heard he was forging money. But I honestly, I don't care about those kind of details, because under no circumstance, unless extremely necessary, should that man have died. George Floyd was unarmed. He was not resisting arrest. And while I don't have proof, I have rights to believe he was innocent. I have rights to believe the police are lying about everything just to cover their behinds. I have reasons to believe that they know what they did is wrong. Those officers just don't understand that yet. Whatever is going to happen to these officers next, and whatever is happening to these officers, I kind of do hate to say it, because everyone does deserve a second chance. Everyone makes mistakes, but this is just unforgettable. This is just wrong. This should not have happened. And whether they know this shouldn't have happened or not is... I guess we won't know, because I'm pretty sure they'll just try and prove how right they were. So I'm going to say this. George Floyd, the man that died on that horrible, tragic day, was innocent. That man was not resisting arrest. There were witnesses there listening to him say, "I can't breathe," watching that officer choke him with his knee on the back of that man's neck. And even his friend, or whatever relationship George Floyd had with his passenger in his car, not many people talk about that person, and honestly, I haven't heard much about him either. I want to do more research into it. I want to do more research into this, because this is just not good. And I'm going to be honest with you. If anyone knows from one second to another what happened to George. The passenger in his own car will know. So, and I feel like that's a detail that they're not talking about very much, because that person must know exactly what happened. I don't care if George Floyd actually was committing a crime. I just have reasons to believe that because of how wrong this was, that man, George Floyd, is innocent, especially because he was not resisting arrest, and he was not armed, especially. I'm gonna be honest with you, it might have been wrong. I probably would have gotten myself in big trouble, but if I was there, I would try to knock that officer off that man's back, because that's just not right. Like, not even the other police officers were stopping him, and that's what hurts the most, that there was more than just one person just aiding in this crime, in this, what I like to think of as treason against humanity, because we try to work towards equality, yet stuff like this keeps happening, as to where it just basically shatters everything we were working for. And I've said it so many times, but I'm gonna say it again. It's just not right. It's not good. I'm just so shocked by this, and I'm so baffled by what happened, and it's just it's terrible. And I'm just sorry as to whoever, to his family, I'm sorry to his friends, I'm sorry to everyone in his life that cared about that man, because I'm just speechless by this point, because I've said the basics of this, like how bad it is, and I'm just speechless on what else to say, because it's like, what else is there to say? That this was not right. We need to take a stand, and that's basically really all I have to say about this. But I want to get something else out of the way that not many people are advising or talking about. Stay safe. We do have to stand up for this. We do have to stand up. We have the right to stand up. We have the right to fight for the right thing, the right choice, to at least avenge this man. We have the right to protest. But we have to remember, there's still a pandemic out there. New York was literally just given a curfew. And it's because these protests, people going to loot, which is also not right. Like, where is that getting us? Where is that taking us? How is that making anything better? If all this keeps up, then stuff like pollution is going to be the least of our problems. If we keep this up, the thing that is going to kill and wipe out humanity is going to be humanity. If we're going to get through this, we have to work together. We have to be cooperative. These are very emotional times. These are very troubling times, and it's right to feel bad. It's right to feel mad. It's right to feel sad. It's right to want to take your anger out on something or someone, or just do something that will make you feel better. But we have to think about how to do that won't result in hurting not only yourself, but the people around you and everyone in the world. And I just wanted to say, go protest, go fight against this, go stand up against police brutality. And if you guys really want to help, I'll in the description I'll be putting in a link to a petition where if you sign it, it's going to go towards raising money towards stopping, or at least avenging this man and stopping this kind of thing, police brutality. But if you're going to go out and you're going to show your support in person, make sure you stay 6 feet away from people, or however far away you need to stay to keep yourself from catching this pandemic, because this virus, while it may not be the top priority right now, while it is important that we stand up and do something about this police situation, we have to remember that there's still a health hazard out there. There's still a virus out there. Nature is fighting back, and as crazy as it sounds to say, nature is fighting back, and as important as it is to get our voices out there, it's also important to keep ourselves protected, to stay safe. So stand up, fight for this, help us win the battle, because if we stand together, we're gonna get through this. There is light in that tunnel, and we just have to help each other. We just have to help pull each other towards it.